Paul Craig, Oezdemir, I can go back and forth on this. And if you'd have asked me this like 3 or 4 years ago, I'd have said Oezdemir wins every time.
Yeah.
But Paul Craig, with his recent skills that he's shown and his confidence that he's got off the back of that, I could actually see him taking Volkan down and subbing him from top position.
Yeah. Oh, his triangle last fight. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I think I've rewatched that just so many times. Just how he like pulled the arm into the whack with the leg.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, he was already knocked out like 8 times in that fight, you know, and he just came back.
I think he should have had like a triangular, because he's the new head and that, doesn't he? I think he should have had like a triangle put into that front area. You know what I mean? He could have just spiked it up into like a pyramid, like a 3-pointed pyramid. That would have been awesome. He could have completely owned it. You know what I mean?
No, Paul, if you're listening, don't do that. Don't
He's been training with Tom Aspinall,
yes,
which you'll see. There's loads of good stuff on the Full Reptile channel that the Raptors have been working on. We've got Tom Aspinall swimming in the sea and training with Paul Craig. We've got Molly preparing alongside Paddy at Next Gen, and we've also got a really good piece on Mockaya, which you watched yesterday, right?
I watched this morning.
Oh, right. What do you reckon?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got to see a lot of his personality, and he was quite honest during it, which... Well, also, like, props to Mystery for the questions he asked. Like, I wouldn't ask those questions.
Yeah.
I would just steer clear of everything that he asked.
Yeah, he asks difficult questions.
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
But... and also, like, Mystery's not like a big guy.
Yeah.
So if these fighters just get mad and want to punch
slap him,
you'll like die.
Let's put him in front of Nate Diaz one day and get him to ask him a question.
They would definitely slap the shit out of him. But it was just really great to see his personality. Not only that, but to see him training, to see how intense he trains and how smart and how calculated it is and how mature he is. But it doesn't... I was just blown away by his age. I checked several times. I was like,
yeah, he's very switched on, isn't he? He's very switched on, very mature. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on the Full Reptile channel. Make sure you check that out. I
have enjoyed it.
Okay, so Paul Craig Volkan is where we're at now. Let me just quick go through the tail of the tape. So 16-4-1 for Paul Craig and 17-6 for Volkan Oezdemir. 1 inch height advantage and a 1 inch reach advantage for Paul Craig. 26% takedown accuracy, but an average of 2 submissions per 15 minutes for Paul Craig. He doesn't generally dominate people with his takedowns, but I do feel like he might be able to get Volkan down. Volkan's got 80% takedown defense, but I just feel like Paul Craig will get a hold of him and tangle him up and just drag him to the floor somehow. It wouldn't surprise me if he's able to beat him up from top position and sub him, maybe a rear naked choke or something.
Like Anthony Smith?
Yeah. I like Volkan. You know, he's dangerous at close range striking, but Paul Craig is not comfortable close range striking. He's either going to be right on the end of his point of his kicks, because he has got some good kicks if you let him go.
Yeah.
He's either going to be right on the end of his kicks, or he's going to be closing distance and grabbing a hold of him, tangle up with him and dragging him to the floor. And for Oezdemir to have good takedown defense, he does, but it's more typical takedowns, double legs against the fence. You know, people trying to hit singles on him. I think just tangling and dragging, I think he gets taken down.
Yeah. Plus, Paul Craig is the Rocky Balboa of jiu-jitsu.
Right.
Hit me again so I can pull this submission out of thin air. I feel like he should be more like marketed by the UFC.
Yeah.
He has such a awesome personality. Plus, he loves like movie villains, and he can do all the voices, and just really represents his country well. Just so much stuff that you can just... Man, he should be a giant star, and they're not.
The problem is how many Americans can understand what he's saying without subtitles.
Put the subtitles.
But that's always the barrier, though, isn't it?
But how many other people understand Paddy Pimblett?
Well, he doesn't say too much, so he's easy to follow. Whereas Paul talks quite a lot.
Yeah.
Like and if the room's busy and he's talking, I have to kind of watch him talk sometimes, because
he has sarcastic little things that are so funny.
Yeah. He's got a very kind of deep voice and a very kind of strong accent, So it's easy for people to not understand what he's saying. I think that's one of the reasons why he's not got as much camera time as he should. I know.
But I mean, you can have him like Braveheart stuff.
Yeah, it was the same when they did. The Ultimate Fighter, the UK Ultimate Fighter, and they had Andre and who else was on there? Ross Pearson. Like, couldn't understand their accents. They subtitled them on the show, but it does make a difference. It does. That's why Bisping's accent sounds like he's been living in California for 20 years now. He's had to kind of tweak his accent so people understand him better. And why mine's now slipped back towards just, Midlands. Cause...
What up, mate? Hey, me duck? Is that the word?
That's the word, yeah.
Honestly, excuse my language, I call bullshit on that. I feel like Paul Craig should have a lot of publicity.
He should, yeah, I agree.
He's a... Man... School teacher.
Maybe they're scared of him. Maybe it's the face paint.
I was a little bit scared, to be honest, because he's a really ginormous dude.
Yeah,
I was a little bit scared. And when he was explaining to me, what was it? His daughter having a boyfriend. Ain't nobody worth dating that. like if you were a girl and Paul Craig's daughter, I would really
just answer the door with his Braveheart face paint.
Fuck that. I'm sorry, honey. Nope. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you reckon to this fight then?
I think Paul Craig, unfortunately for Volkan, I feel like he had a really nice spike and now is just maybe doesn't have that momentum or that urge to train as much, or I just don't really see him as the same fighter when I saw him coming up, like knocking everybody out. He still has knockout power.
Yeah.
Paul Craig still gets hit and that can always happen, but I mean...
He's like a good consistent test for the top 10.
Yes. Or maybe like top 10 now, but like top 5,
you look who he's lost to. You look who he's beaten. He came in short notice against OSP. OSP Serkinov Manoa, 3 wins. Lost to Cormier, lost to Anthony Smith, lost to Dominic Reyes. Beat Latifi, beat Rakic, lost to Brashka, lost to Ankalaev. He's like a good filter. Like, you can see the people that get through are title contenders or, future champions.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go with Paul Craig.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think he's going to sub him from the top. I think he's going to be able to get the fight to the floor, either sweep him to top position or land in top position and then beat him up and sub him.
I have a theory.
Oh.
I feel like Paul Craig does the Rocky Balboa submissions because Lego is expensive.
Oh, is that right? Is that right?
Yes.
He's going for he's losing the entire fight and then grabbing the submission in the last second.
Because if you do that, 100% you're getting the bonus.
You're
definitely getting it. And Lego is expensive. I mean, it's plastic. Why Lego? I understand you guys do a lot of, donations but I mean, donate a little bit to me.
So you can buy more Lego with it. Yeah, good idea. Great idea. Yeah. That's a good theory.
It is a great theory.
Would make a lot of sense. Lego needs to do him a like a Brickheads, like a Paul Craig.
Oh, you'd put it right here. You'd move somebody
for sure.
to put
I
it.
would, absolutely.
Or like right here.
Yeah, I would.
Or something. With the face paint right here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, for sure. That would be good. Okay.
And the
kilt. Yes. The skirt. You almost said, yeah. The kilt.
Kilt.
Okay. So we're both going for Paul Craig then, are we?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think?
Come on, Paul Craig.
Sub. Last second of the third round, so we can get that
not
bonus
that far.
Money. Third round though.
Second round.
So. But he's going to lose the first round on purpose so he can get that bonus money.
He's going to get knocked down.
So he can get that Lego bonus money.
I think so, because Volkan hits hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from about 6 inches away. He's like, knocks people cold.
All right, but if you're on the ground, he can hit you from the top.
He can.
And that's a lot of power.
Yep. But Anthony Smith just let him do it, though. Anthony Smith just kind of coasted for the first round and let him beat him up because his nose was broken, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's trying to get some Lego money.
Get some Lego money.